on console and past stacks, trying to win a second trophy. We're into the grand finals here, and it's going to be a fight towards A as Dino kicks things off swinging on the Viper. Trade is there, back from Coulson, but leg up top does well to keep control of this site. And now his team has arrived. It comes down to a retake in the 2-on-4.
Tough opportunity here for the Powerpuff Girls. I didn't even realize they locked in a chamber on the Powerpuff Girls side. That's going to be interesting. See how that plays out as the round continues here. But for this particular instance, don't expect all that much. Continuing Penguin, Coulson up on top. Doesn't manage to find one on the Lundley, but they know exactly where he's going to be located. So good luck trying to get out of there, pal. Try and try as you might. Might actually be able to clip this player's head. This generation. No one wants to ask for sugar anymore.
4 stack on A here. Only the chamber locking down all of mid and B. I'd like to call.
Okay, good response there from Clay. We need to see Clay get online here. He was a big part of the win when they face off against the Flow State squad. And now they're going to wisely enough back away, but John Port caught in the corner. And Echo Rex, he's been told, your task is to just watch the back area here. Do not let them move. And I think we're already seeing that come through. So Rex gets the kill onto Sakata Goat. That was happening as Lig was getting the kill onto Coulson. Penguin Muncher goes down. 3v2 here. The attackers have the slight advantage as one of the 2 duelists left alive is going to get picked off, but traded immediately there, courtesy of Hedgehog. And they're bringing that spike all the way over toward A, or toward B, excuse me, because why not? It's here. It's available for them. Echo Rex is all around this as the utility plays down too. So you're good. You're cleared.
Still very winnable as a 1v2 for Hedgehog Lover, 95. Remember how good they were in the earlier stages of this tournament. Back in the semis. Was popping off in that series, but this setup is real potent from Echo Rex. Holding on the off angle up high. Sees the jiggle and deals with the head as well.
Full group up for Powerpuff Girls. They're going to see if they can get into the face real early on. And this is going to be a response from Avengers, and Hedgehog Lover gets the 1 shot onto Lig, finds another onto Dino, but the response is beautiful. Lumley gets himself 3 there. So just when you think things were going to start looking up here for the Powerpuff Girls, they said, Buttercup, not happening today. And Penguin's going to get just sent down to the Clue Factory with all the other Penguins. It was a good try, though, Mimi, you know, to just try and take early on aggression over toward A, get the pistols out, you know, try and just shoot them in the face a couple of times, but doesn't happen there.
Oh yeah, it's a double duelist map. Hello, Lig. Dashes in. 2 with the Blade Storm. He's going for more. Spots 1 towards spawn. Shorty out. Dino's got the trade. Like every one of these rounds, they're still losing to these A execs. Here we go again. We're flipping the sight all onto this fight. Play Javu, better start, but blinded off the angle, and now Ren Javu in, also down. It's successful this time. John Pork doing well to hold this line, and only Echo Rex left to try and save the day. Worried about a flank to come through. That's not happening just yet. Instead, just a straight up 1v3 with just 12 health for each of the players he has to deal with.
And the Powerpuff Girls, wisely enough, they know, hey, these players on Avengers are nasty, so you just cannot let them just run away with stuff. And they do get the tag, 2 HP now. It makes the situation even harder for Echo Rex to overcome. We'll just need to double back here. Hedgehog Lover has an angle, so as soon as he creeps, it's going to be a stack, and that is clean.
It's Icebox. It's what you do. You fight the A side. Hedgehog Lover going aggro this time, fighting up the Blade Storm. Finds it on the last blade. Needs to connect for a little more, though, and backs away for the moment. John Pork, beautiful, onto the Dino. And now it's a bit of a slower walk up for the last 3 remaining members here of the Avengers.
Hedgehog going to try and get maybe some positioning up top here. Instead, no, he's going to opt to just continue to play mid, expecting a potential rotation, but nothing comes. They actually are still in A, still committed because Renjavu had such an aggressive position there and ends up getting a kill. So A side's going to be available here. And this is doable. If you can get Lundley out of the action with that Hunter's Fury, you have a ton of stall here. You got to get out of this now.
On the retake, Hedgehog Lover with the blades online. They need to get a move on quickly. Very good kills, though. Clay Javu gets in to the site with a double, and now it's just a Silva. Lundley to try and win this out alone. The flick is good onto the first, but the stick's coming through. This
The way
flank
that
is
that
coming in
angle is.
real quick from the Powerpuff Girls. Avengers are totally pinched on this site. They have to go into a Viper's Pit as well. That's going to be a bit of a challenge, unless they've already found a gap through. John Pork fights up him and Hedgehog Lover. Really true, they've been so successful in holding down this A site, and they continue to prove it true.
Liking the adjustments that I've been seeing from Powerpuff Girls here. Oh, they all went B, anticipating a potential B play, but oh, silly players. They should have known. It's Icebox. It's always A.
Yeah, it always is. Retakes are going to be tough into a Viper's Pit like this. They have a post-plant Killjoy lockdown. They have a Sova Hunter's Fury as well.
Yeah.
I struggle to see how they're going to win this round, especially with this reflank coming in. But sometimes you just got to take one of these rounds. The biggest goal is to get as many ults out as possible. As Renjavu on the prowl, working his way up, should have the perfect backstab to lock up this round unless the players fall too quickly on the site. Then things start to go wrong. But finally, the arrival of Renjavu, helped by Echo Rex, they're winning this round with ease.
All right, we got our...
Finally, the B site getting explored. I think the first time this game thus far.
Yep.
Dimensional drift. Okay, not going to work twice on the Clay. That was a very good shot.
Yeah, we've seen Clay hit some wild shots earlier, so none of that should shock you. But unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to find any connections as he came out. I believe that was through the screen there. Didn't even get a chance to pop that flash either. And now Echo Rex, the lockdown, just waiting for the moment that this team gets in. Hedgehog Lover has an op on the outside. And I don't know, this is going to be a tough one here. Do you really want to give this up? But no spike's been placed quite yet. And that's partly because you got John in a great spot here. I think you could probably linger and sacrifice and just hit maybe one or two, but they're just going to wait this one out.
Have to take their time. Off the wall drop, op, finally gets shown. So now they're aware of that threat. Echo Rex will try and get a little forward on this line. Wait for that wall to drop. His position really have some impact on this round. Unless just diving in the bait for Psychotic Goat to get the kill instead. That orb will give some protection for the spike diffuser, but they're going to need more protection than just that. Players have to try and win out on some of these fights, and it's just not happening right now. The Avengers are locking this one down. And sure, another shot with the tour de force, but surely he shouldn't be able to win this one. Tap on the spike, waiting for a swing, but the shocks are coming in. The jiggle is good.
If someone pushes, Dino could end up paying for his life there, but instead, Hedgehog's going to back down. Smart spot there to try and get himself an angle, but Renjavu is just so aggressive and not giving the Jet any room to breathe. That's allowed Lig now to get inside with these blades. He sees a player underneath. He's made that call happen. He's worried about the players that are over toward the door. Now he's going to have to address the player up on top. But he's all right, though. He's got some teammates there to back him up. A headshot onto Penguin. You only got one player left here, and try as you might, Dino gets to connect.
For even more. Fight towards mid. Wants a swing. Gets the kill. That's just nasty on the movement. And it's just pandemonium. It's just trouble. Teleports into the face of Penguin. And that might have been a bridge too far.
You're tripping, dog. You're tripping. There's just no world that was going to work out. But hey, I respect the ambition there. Echo Rex, clean shot onto Penguin. Nowhere for him to go. It just leaves Clay Javu, last player left. He's done some amazing plays before, but he's going to have to do so much. And with that time, the time taking the spike going down there, he does get that one kill onto Lig, trying to open up the site a little bit. Does he give himself an opportunity now to work with? Oh, but unfortunately, he is going to get tagged, and that spike is going to continue to tick down. You one on B. Echo Rex is going to be running into the action here. Gets two, gets three, and a fourth one falls off camera. That was Renjavu. What the hell? That just fell apart.
Yeah, literally 5 seconds. Round is pretty much over. Just a walk into mid.
Done.
Now they're triple swinging into spawn. Gives a lot of individual agency. Okay. Sean Bork is just put Lig down.
The Dino's there for the response. Has that Bulldog. Clay there to help his buddy out, so we're now going to be advantage for the Powerpuff Girls. Just as I say that, though, Dino and Renjavu, the dynamic duo working together again. Renjavu with a shot from downtown with the Bulldog barking for that kill. Looking for another one, though. And Penguin, Coulson, we talked to him earlier. He was confident and the team here felt like they were bringing a lot to the table, but this matchup has been all Avengers. And he's in a real difficult spot here. He's got the spike, but he's completely surrounded. This Powerpuff Girls team, and of course they are, because one round here and then that's it. Keep in mind though, this is going to be the Avengers map pick. So, you know, they get to match point with this one. You can't feel too bad if that's the case, but hey, Powerpuff Girls have an opportunity here. Penguins needs to get that kill. Needs to find something on the outside, but he knew, he was like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this for right now. See if I can get to my buddies. Work through this one, which is exactly what he does. Penguin gets the kill on the leg. That's a huge drop there. And Hedgehog is going to respond in turn. So Rendezvous's down. It's going to make things a little bit more challenging here for Echo Rex to work through, and Lunley, but Lunley does fall. And there's John Pork, who's coming alive here. You know, their opponents previously, the Flow State squad. Rendezvous, though, backs away from this. He's all right, though. He's got a teammate there to back him up. He sees where these players are going to be pushing him through the smoke there. That wall has a little tiny gap that he could look through. But Rendezvous gets two and ends the game as Lig finds two of his own, and just like that, it is over.
And they want to make good on that this time.
Ooh, look at this here. There you go. Getting real up in their face real fast now, but Lig was ready for it. Good trades coming in, but that leads us to a 2v2 now. Echo Rex has eyes for mid. A is going to be wide open. He'll link up with his teammate. And Echo Rex has been great this series, so maybe he keeps this one going. So is Hedgehog Lover, though, throughout the tournament, has found a lot of successes. Of course, Coulson, guy who we had seen previously play for Alpha Wolves in Console Open 1. And they're actually going to check up top and not go. They have a lot of time to work with, so they don't want to give up too much here.
I think they
See if they
really
can
want
find a straggler.
a pick before they get this spike down. That's what they're hoping for, at least. Clear out a little bit more space, ensure that they actually have the room to safely plant that spike. But the space they just took is immediately getting recaptured towards spawn. They're going to instead explore back towards the breakable door.
Uh-oh. If he gets an inclination out of players here, he could end up hitting him with the stun. But Echo Rex coming out, not ready for this one. Gets back in. Here's actually the flash into the stun, preventing him from being able to get inside. Spike is down.
They have no idea about Lonely,
good read. Oh, they had no idea. And then he put the TP right in front of him. So he's just going to remove that one. But Lunley dies. He falls, and you know exactly where Hedgehog Lover is. That's going to put Echo Rex in a really bad spot here. Lunley, excuse me, not Lunley. Hedgehog Lover has the health. Echo Rex is very weak, and that is going to do it. Oh, man, the shotgun's ready, Mimi. And they have the wall here, too, so this guy's just going to get trapped.
Flash up, though. Echo Rex turns it. Oh, I don't think they're checking on him. Oh, does he go too early, though? Shows the Bucky, and now they're just going to run out of here. See their lurk, made it into C, courtesy of that neon, and they'll follow up off it.
Dino trying to find one, finds two, maybe gets himself a third one here, but the paranoia is going to be a little wide.
Last player standing.
2v2 again. It now comes down to the star, NBA Lig. He's got himself the Sheriff. Does he find himself two? Gets one. That's a headshot. Looking for the second, and he gets it. NBA Lig gets the clutch, secures the round.
Has this embed over towards Rubble.
Might have to get out of there if he's not careful. He doesn't know the shots are coming, but hey, that's good for them. They'll get that Vandal. And A site's available.
It is. Rotates are going to be pretty quick, though, and they don't actually capitalize fast enough to beat Echo Rex on this rotation. He'll have a stun, double flashes, Stinger all ready to lock this space down.
30 seconds
That one
left.
stun just slows things down. Dino's got the cross. They're waiting for the flashes to come in here. You can see some of that utility. What the hell? Hedgehog Lover found the shot with the Sheriff. Looking for another one, though, but it's going to be Echo Rex with the Stinger. He gets himself a couple there for his efforts. Now looking to see if anyone else is going to try and get a little ambitious.
Time
To push inside of this A site here.
left.
You do not have a lot of time to work with. You got to protect the body. Spike goes down. Clay Javu, he's been great. Can he continue to be great here? There goes the Rolling Thunder. And Echo Rex gets two. Almost there for the ace, but he doesn't find it. Now it comes down to a 1v1. You got Psychotic Goat. And on the other side, it's Lunley, who's also had some amazing moments. And oh dear, this isn't good. Peekaboo found him, and that is the round. Really heads up from them, and they're going to reap the benefits of that. Get themselves a gun. As you had noted, economy not the greatest. John Pork, though, will fall. Lig does find the mark. There you can see Pork. He was actually lurking toward B and ends up getting punished for being a bit too overzealous there. Meanwhile, toward the C side, you only have one player left alive. It's Lunley. He's waiting. No one's shot the gun. No one's done anything. No one even knows that he's here. He gets one, looking for the second, but it's not going to happen. Hedgehog Lover's there for the help. Dino, though, coming in for the help as well. He's got a sheriff that never seems to have an issue connecting with the dome. That time around, though, was Psychotic Goat. Colson gets the kill, and it's a headshot to boot. We're back down to a 2v2 again, Mimi. It's every round has gone down to the wire.
Seemingly so. 2 flashes available. NBA Lig backs away. Hedgehog Lover tries to reposition around front sight, but he's going to get blinded up by the breach in just a second here. Swing, well timed, gets one. Trade from Echo. And L1 against 1. The Neon slides forward. Utils in hand.
He knew that there was going to be someone lingering about. It's been Lig a few of these rounds here. Oh, man. And the Razor wire comes out there. It's going to prevent them from being able to use their primary weapon here. But here comes Lunley with the classic. He can't do much with it, but he's got to do everything with the classic. Gets 2 kills.
What a dink as well. I nearly got that 3rd kill. Out the smoke now.
Just ridiculous.
They're working on a retake, but it's only going to have to be Dino. And surely this is too much to ask. It is.
And that's what Powerpuff Girls are doing here to Avengers. They're letting them make those errors. But Lig, very rarely does he make a mistake in his play, though. But he lets away from that angle and ends up paying for that with his life. John Pork does manage to get the kill, and you got Powerpuff Girls inside of the site, Mimi.
Yeah, 3v4 now. Rolling Thunder. Lots of ults for the Avengers to try and win this round if they want to really put it all into it. John Pork, tucked in, has the ultimate. Can come back to life at least once in this round. But already dead for the first time. He'll be coming back in just a moment. Now, in comes Echo Rex. Doesn't use the ult. Can't use a thing because Clay Javu has knocked him out of this round. Dino, though. The flick. It's stunning from Dino. Now a one-on-one and Hedgehog Lover. You don't want to die early in this round. You don't want to take undue risks. That might be just what they're doing. When Javu, though, him and Echo Rex both do not suffer for their aggression.
He got the kill through the smoke there, Mimi. that's what Echo Rex did. That is crazy. And he can keep going, too. Spike's right next to him. He's just waiting to see if anyone's creeping about, and he does have vision. So he's going to back away and tell him, hey, listen, I see where that breach is. He's over toward the mound, so go ahead and handle this. But Hedgehog Lover's got some work to do up ahead. He's got 2 players to work with now. Never mind, scratch that. They're losing their targets all over the place. Now it's just going to be left down to that one breach that was called out earlier. It's Penguin. And Penguin's had some moments, for sure. But he's going to be dealing with 3 members here of Avengers. One of them is going to be a little weakened, though.
30 seconds left.
And he should be able to get this next kill. Oh, he was not able to finish it off. That's unfortunate, too. And I want them to be just a bit more, you know, conservative with this, right? Don't just throw everything out there. Use this dimensional drift to give you those resources, to give you that information. And then, you know, use, like, if you need to, the Vice ult or the Breach ult, whichever one. But I want to see them try and at least hold on to a couple of these here. Rolling Thunder's going to come through. Clay Javu's able to get the kill onto Dino, but NBA Lig still alive in the back with 5 HP. Finally gets wiped out courtesy of John Pork. Now it's going to be up to Renjavu in the backfield here. Does anyone keeping eyes on this? No one's paying attention. No one's looking. Oh, no, that's 2 players down now. And we're down to a 1v1. But the Avengers, they have Lunley left alive. He can't get this kill, but it ain't going to happen. Difference
in practice and how much they actually play together is showing, despite the skill of the Avengers, showing that macro is really just as important on a map like Lotus, as it's going to be a lot of players tucked in this cubby. Aftershock didn't hit onto Lig. I don't think they're going to clear this corner. Lig might just go crazy here if no one else checks on him. But his teammates, they're all dying around him, and maybe any impact he could have, it would have to be mighty outsized. That's one. Lig needs more, and the sliding Neon, that's too hard to hit.
The game kind of gives you a lot of tools to be like, hey, this is head height, you know, so just be mindful of this.
Intuitive.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got yourself 2 players are going to be stunned inside of the site here. You also have a Rolling Thunder potentially to use, but it seems like the fight just became a battle royale inside of the A site here. But John Pork gets 2 despite being flashed. What the hell? All right, but you know where they are, and you have
Vizo.
Lunley's ult ready to go.
2v2. Guns are going to be gone. John Pork, what can that pistol do? Wait,
player
he didn't get
standing.
seen. He didn't get
One
spotted,
enemy
and now it's a
remaining.
one-on-one.
Spike
Lig
down
against
A.
John Pork. John Pork on for the ace, but Lig.
And that's when that pressure gets put onto Powerpuff Girls, who were looking really good with the lead.
Hold
so this
on.
round is really big.
Someone needs to look
Oh,
at
no.
Renjavu. No one is looking at Renjavu. 2 players present. 3. How many can he get from that? That's one. The Rolling Thunder. Was that the friendly Rolling Thunder that hit him? Oh, it's a calamity. He's been griefed by his own teammate, and now they're losing the fight. What is going on? Oh, it's all gone so
everything.
wrong.
He had everything of it. Every player was just staring right at him, or actually staring away from him. Sorry, and instead he ends up getting hit with a Rolling Thunder, having to concede all this space. Echo Rex now.
Player standing.
Oh, can't get the shot. Maybe it's going to be Lig. You're looking to go boom, finds one, but no. Instead, it's going to be the Psychotic Goat who gets 3. Explosive opportunities here, as they usually do. Penguin munching out. That's a fat stun. It's going to nail a few of these targets.
They're cut off by the
Play
vines wall,
Javu's inside
though.
his sight. What?
Wow.
Lonely swings the corner. Just bodies Clay. Wins the Vice duel. And that's now just Avengers getting that plant off. But they're looking for the optimal area where they can set that down. They have full site control. All 3 members of Powerpuff Girls lingering outside, waiting for the chance to go in here. And Dino, he's got vision right where all 3 of those players are.
On Icebox, they were really good at getting proactive in these post plants and cutting off the retakes. You see it here again. Dino getting up, playing ahead of this smoke. Lets the first one by it just for the kill. But that's only 1 for 1.
enemy
Maybe not quite good enough unless
Last
John
player standing.
Pork arrives in this round.
But wait a minute.
This lurk timing for Lig is really good. Walks into B. Oh, Hedgehog Lover. This is an off angle he has to check. He does it. Oh my. So good out of him. Checking every
30
last angle on
seconds left.
that hit.
He had a slightly better gun there with the
planted.
Bulldog. He's got it again here, but this time Dino will be able to find the target.
Another player
Play
taking the
Javu.
same spot, though.
Comes big stun now. Clay Javu, good for the shot. Push coming through as well. Dino needing to deal with a player up top, but he cannot land the shots.
Gonna be a fight in this one. Everyone is set up towards A Rubble. Here we go, GB.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is going to be a bit of a barn burner here, and Penguin's going to try and lay that stun out, but NBA League got ahead. He's able to get one off on Psychotic Goat. Now look at the one here, but Hedgehog Lover does not have the vision that he wanted.
Spike
Lunley
down
instead is
A.
going to be able to get the connection, leaving Penguin all the way tucked in the corner. They know he's there,
player
and they're
standing.
letting him know that they know he's there.
Really closing
Yeah.
on you. This is a pretty important round after they've decided to force into it.
Big round here. Psychotic Goat gets in there, but Lig's going to make him pay. Even with stun, he's able to get the headshot. Now it's time to blow something up. What is Lig looking for? He wants a target. Finds one. Bingo! Is able to find that mark onto Penguin Muncher. But just as I say that,
player
Hedgehog
standing.
gets 2. John Pork and Hedgehog, though, are going to fall, leaving once again your last player. It's Clay Javu. He's been great before, but in this 1v3, Lig's still alive. You're going to have to deal with so much here. You got Echo Rex, too, who also continues to be great. Hell, Renjavu has had moments. You are going to need to pull something off amazing here if you are Clay. And they know exactly where you are, homie. Good luck.
Yeah, spotted now for sure. Stun goes in. 3 players all ready to go.
There goes the stun, as we noted before. It's going to slow things down just a touch. They hear at the door, hear all this commotion happening. And look, wait a minute, look at where NBA League is. I don't think they're prepared for this. I don't think they're ready for Lig. No, they are not. And Lig gets the kill on the Penguin, so you're going to lose out on that stun there. That's unfortunate. Lunley finds one onto Hedgehog, and then Psychotic Goat goes down 2. And it feels like when Avengers are down and out, they dig deep and find these kills, Mimi. And they are literally back into this one because this is another round that was big for them. You win this, it's huge. You know, you obviously take those guns away from the hands of Powerpuff Girls, just make it that much more challenging. And you start to believe that this comeback is possible.
This was a very Avengers round, but Clay Javu is trying to do it his way. Not that next one.
He's got to kill, I think, pretty much every single round. He's found success somewhere. Big connections happening as Lig goes down now. That certainly is going to throw a wrench into the play here. And Powerpuff Girls have so many ultimates to work with, too. So that is something that I think they can feel pretty good about, unless this round starts to fall apart. But nope, does not. Clay's there for the connect, but hey, never mind. It's Echo Rex gets his kill. Oh, they do not have options, Echo Rex here. You can go through the door, but they're going to know that you're going through the door. And even if you fake that, they're going to be ready for it. But instead, it's going to be this A hit, or A push rather, to try and get control. And there's the dimensional drift. Echo Rex now knows exactly where these guys are, and he ends up killing him.
Not like this.
No, not like this. Does Penguin push up?
30 seconds left.
Does it prompt movement? He's kind of trying to bait this out. They know that this next one's going to have to be a commitment, which is why they're moving. 18 seconds remaining. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Echo Rex, no shot! He gets 4!
You can't let him do that, man! That is illegal! What I've just witnessed.
The field here, both teams, I mean, and even then, you know, I think Renjavu's really close to it as well. Yeah, he's just one kill away. There was Rolling Thunder, and there goes the Razorvine. So that is going to prevent them from being able, you can't use your primary there. As you can see, it is going to get locked, so no access for that.
Gonna
The
be
vines
another one of these
are
ults, though.
so problematic.
Oh, Shorty's out. Hello, Kenjavu.
What?
Good night. Taken down. And now it's a bit chaotic in this site. Still only the secondary weapon. Still swinging through, and with that Bucky online, looking for a victim here. Doesn't see one. Instead, they'll just happily take this A site. Pop up with the Bucky. Little damage onto John Pork, but it's not going to be a kill. He's going back at the nade kills John Pork. That's a weird one.
What is this angle from Dino?
Yeah,
he's
the
got
off
up
angle.
top. He's waiting.
John Pork dies twice to utility in this round, and now Lunley's just running it forward, taking every fight afforded to him. The Thorns go in. That'll stall out any of these players swinging in from spawn, and the timer starts to tick on this post plant.
Deja Vu has gotten a lot of kills for this team. Do they know where he is? They do. They do. They got Reed, and Clay wasn't able to find it. It's all down now to Penguin. Do they know where he is? It feels like they don't have an idea, but never mind.
Don't want to get caught off guard before they can actually commit a retake. And I think all of them going together through the revolving door is a great call. Only leaving the one late backstab there to win out this round.
They got the cross. It's going to be really difficult to get in. That's 2 kills for Echo Rex. Finds another one. Good try there from the Clove, but Psychotic Goat on the flank didn't even see that one. Oh, man, good play there. That could be a thing here. Oh, okay, Lig's going to also just try and get this rocket. He's going to have to do a little bit more than that, and that's certainly not going to help matters. Hedgehog finds his target. Psychotic Goat, though, inside. It takes out one, and he's got a teammate there for help.
This might just be it. A 2v4, but Echo Rex, that is a very big kill to find. Now back into this one.
But I do think that if they're not able to find Hedgehog, he will use his dimensional drift. He's already setting up for it a little bit. They're hearing the footsteps.
I think.
Yeah. Here it is. Needed to take it out a little bit sooner, but they unfortunately do not. That's going to prompt some movement, make them run around here. He's going to recall, come back in, looks for one, gets the kill onto Renjavu. Now it's up to Echo Rex. He's been great, but how good can he possibly be here?
The newest addition to this team.
26 seconds to work with.
Wasn't playing with them when they won it last time. And now, very close in is that Yoru. Not hit by the ultimate, so he'll fight forward. The gun's not out, and the map is done. 4 on 3 now. They're just going to convert this one into a B hit. Stun ready to go. NBA Lig has got the pressure on.
Okay, so that stun gets hit. Here comes the nade. I was going to say the stun will actually be used to try and force Lig off of that position, but look at the TP coming in. Lig, though, dealing with a lot of work now. He knows that there were going to be a few more players there, and try as he might, he will not be able to stay alive. Now it's down to Lunley, but oh, never mind. Lunley is going to be not long for this one. Last player, Echo Rex. NBA Lig now. Waiting to see if there was going to be someone around, but there was. And while that's going on off screen, Dino and Lunley are able to get a couple kills now. Lig, he's going to run into one here. Does he have the read? No! Hedgehog Lover actually found him, but Dino there to back up his boy.
Satchel over the tripwire, spotted immediately, and the wild spray midair.
That trip is there to tell them if anyone's going to be trying to make their way through, which gives you an idea that they're not really looking to prioritize that, but instead they want to try and hold these sites. Legs now on the rotation. Here comes one of the sky flashes. Gets one for their efforts. Looking for a second. Oh, man, that spray took 8 years to finish, but he finally does manage to get his mark there. That being said, it's down to a 2v2. Sorry, 2v3. Avengers have the life lead. They have the advantage. One player's going to be on site. It's Kejavu, or Clay, excuse me. And Psychotic Goat gets a third kill. Psychotic Goat is putting together a nasty round here. They need to stop this guy in his tracks, but he's got himself the rocket. He's going to do some damage onto Echo. Meanwhile, Leg, he gets around the corner. Yep, and they know that they're cool for this, right? So once that trip goes down, that's going to give them the indication as to where things are looking. And here it is. Big paranoia coming through. It's going to get a flash, force them off. They're also going to have a flash of their own now. Things are going to slow down a bit, as now they look to pivot toward B. But look at the response, and Dino's ready for it.
Feels the pressure in mid, absorbs it by going into the B main fight, gets a kill there, and is immediately tucked back on this site. Same thing happened over towards A. Lurk got activated, that shut down, and now Powerpuff Girls 3v5. They're walking into the blender. This site is too well held. Pop that rocket.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Here it is. Here comes the party. Boom. He doesn't get the shot. He doesn't get a kill. That's crazy. But instead, he finds another one. He's going to walk right in, holding the Roomba. And the Roomba's going to be his death knell there. Finally, Dino goes online with this sniper. And the spike is going to go down. 3 players playing forward here. You got one that's looking to get inside of screens, but Renjavu's not going to let him have that opening. And now he's going to have to deal with it. But Echo Rex was there for the pickup. Hedgehog can't stay alive, but it's down to Penguin.
And I feel like I'm watching the first map again on defense, where the Avengers are just holding space together, walking up and taking their risks. And how does he win that? Renjavu just swings into main. 3 players are holding, gets a kill, gets out just fine, perfectly safe, perfectly happy. Not a care in this world.
Oh, Legs on the flank. Hedgehog's got to be ready for this. He sees something. Oh, man, that is rough. He had a judge too. There's just nothing Penguin can do. He knows he's basically in a real bad spot. Probably want to send it for the B main, but they're just not doing anything about it. Which, hey, won't really matter here. This dimensional drift is going to allow Hedgehog to get straight over to the other side. And they probably heard that, so they have to be anticipating this. And if anything, he ends up getting tagged there by the dart. So now they know exactly where this positioning is going to be coming from. But they are ready for the plant. And it's successful. Here come the cabbages, though. Getting a few tags. Lig with a kill and a headshot. Echo Rex as well. Off screen, you're seeing a few more of these frags starting to come through. It's a 2v4. Last player standing is just going to be Penguin. And Lunley just makes it look easy. And also, Rivington pulls off the ball. Oh, no! Dino had the angle. Poor thing was just had to look at his demise right down the barrel. Straight to the dome piece.
Nearly a second there on the Psychotic Goat as well. Lig and Dino holding the line. What a well-timed swing. Lig is taken out finally by John Ford, but there's still players here. There's still an op, and it's Dino ringing true yet again. Dino, this operator has taken command, taken control, and might just take this trophy.
Hit the YY ladder stall, Fakey. Do it. Believe in yourself. Get in the next phase montage. Oh, what a shot. And Renjavu just goes in there and bodies him with a little drop kick from the shorty. This is all them. Here comes Raze. Showstopper in hand. Psychotic Goat looking to just clear sight as usual. Okay, job done. Mission accomplished here. Show that one out. Ooh, does some damage to Lunley, but not enough to get the kill.
Same round we've seen many times before. This time it's a 5-on-5 though, but there's a Raze Rocket ready to go out from heaven. And Dino, he's connecting again. Here comes the Raze Rocket. Here comes the retake. No one's looking at Renjavu, and he gets 3 kills.
You know, Powerpuff Girls are, you know, they have the talent. We've seen them be able to pull off some incredible plays, but I gotta say, it's just simple, fundamental things. Like, look, this right here, they had a guy looking at it, but he ends up getting flashed at the worst possible time. And this is just all crumbling, but hey, Powerpuff Girls can at least be all right with this because they have been able to, at the very least, be able to get that life lead, that player advantage. They'll use that Rolling Thunder just to prevent that play. But they used a Rolling Thunder to just force someone back that wasn't even there. That's just how much respect and honestly fear you got to put toward Avengers, and especially Lunley, who has been dynamic in this series.
1v2 for Lunley. Both players posted up in main, a double swing. Surely he cannot win this, but that's one. And Lunley! I just can't believe it!
Cannot let them get away with this. Psychotic Goat. Oh, man, he got two? That's insane. I want to see from that point of view, man. That was so fast. That was two shots, his little two-tapper. But Goat was not going to be able to stay alive there. The gun did not shoot fast enough against the classic. Leg, okay. Headshot through the structure.
Bomb picked up. Gonna try and bring that spike back towards B as long as Lig can get something going and lurk his way in. There's a Cam, the Tripwire, and the Cypher himself all watching that space.
Yes, so much that he has to do here. And then you got to get through the player in vents. You have 50 seconds to do it.
Hello. Okay. I got really scared for a second that Lig
too.
was gonna do something diabolical. Not today, though. Instead, that kill might open up back towards A. He doesn't know, though. Still wants to get another pick here. Knows there's at least someone down on this B site.
30
Cypher will
seconds
pop
left.
up the ropes off contact, but the angle's tough. And
Oh, wait a
getting
minute.
away now is Echo. Diving
Run, boy.
back. He's going to run for the hills.
Run, boy. Fly. Believe in yourself. He might get cut off, though. Right at garage. Yep, he gets cut off. He can double back, though. Ooh, there it is. All right. You need him to open up, get himself a big round. He's got a Bulldog here to work with.
Wouldn't hate to
Hearing
see
so
it.
much of this.
I don't think he's going to be given a chance on ramp. Everyone is just full barreling into this site. And they're
needs to be
giving her
careful.
respect. Powerpuff Girls is playing a 5-on-5 retake here.
They need to be careful about that Cypher bringing up the rear. Because if they're not mindful of that, it could very well catch them off guard. Well, won't need to worry about it too much for right now. Dino, one kill there onto John Port. Maybe Leg finds another one with the Stinger, but it's not going to be a thing. Now you got yourself the Sheriff. Echo Rex looking to get the kill, but he does not secure it there either. You're so close to it. Rendezvous, though, gets two, gets three! Oh, my word!
That's not real.
No!
They're on Sheriffs now. It's about to be 12-3 unless they can pull off their own miraculous Sheriff round, but something tells me they don't have that same magic dust ready to go. Here comes the retake. 4 players all flooding in, but it's the Rifles holding the line for now, holding it down. Trades go back and forth, but it's all coming up, Red. It's all coming up for the Avengers.
Against the Avengers.
It's got to be perfect, and that's not the start they wanted. Already losing Hedgehog Lover, arguably their best player gone, and the spike coming down on B.
There goes the kill, though. That could be one that they needed and they could build off of here. Taking out Rendezvous, who has been very difficult for them to have to deal with. And there's John Pork. He's getting in the action now, but he is removed subsequently. Immediately gets the third. Oh, my. And it's just the last player left alive, Psychotic Goat, and he's got himself a judge. And unfortunately, the law ain't going to help you here, buddy. There's nothing that you can do with this weapon. He's looking around to see if there's anything of value that he could pick up. Clock is ticking. You hear the spike continuing to get closer and closer to the inevitable. And Psychotic Goat, you kind of just need to accept what the reality is here. What do? Can you get in there, maybe get a kill, blow someone up with that? Nah, not gonna happen. Instead, that is gonna do it. GG, the Avengers are back-to-back NA Valorant Console Open champions.